blockchain. Two legends rise.
Yo, it's Airwink in the cockpit, DJ Orakle in control. Teach your main city like it's coded in their soul. From the basis to the D plays, every tool, every tip. They'll turn noobs into legends on this crypto trip. Grinding mission, stacking loot, dodging fakes, making moves. You got question, they got proof. Boost defense, point prestige, mo finesse. Main city ain't a game, it's a whole mindset test. Loaded lions in the streets, cubs chasing that bread. Every stat, every buff, yeah, it's all in your head. So plug in, level up, learn the code, know the plan. With Oracle and Airwink, you gon' master the land.
Welcome to the show, where crypto meets the grind, where knowledge drops hard and the game's redefined. This ain't no chill, this is strategy and wit. Main City 101, now let's get it lit. Welcome to the show, where crypto meets the grind, where knowledge drops hard and the game's redefined. This ain't no chill, this is strategy and wit. Main City 101, now let's get it lit.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Arwink 7, and this is Main City Radio Podcast number 15. I'm joined again with DJ Orakle, so thank you for joining me. And how are you doing, DJ?
What's up, Arwink? What up, everybody? This is DJ Orakle, and I'm doing pretty good, actually, right now. Checking my businesses, and I'm at Prestige 265.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, you're doing the power leveling, right? Trying to catch up to Division 1?
Yes. I'm trying to get up there, catch up to you guys, catch up to the cool kids.
Hey, well, hopefully you'll be there soon. I know it's quite a grind having to level up, especially those last like 50 levels. It seems to go forever.
Yeah, because there's so many more businesses, right?
Exactly. So, we might as well just hop into it, or do you want to do a quick little shout out? Welcome everybody. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We've got some interesting stuff for you today.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. Remember to go ahead and like, subscribe, and share with everybody. If you love Main City, like we love Main City.
Right on. Thank you. For today, we've got, we're going to talk a little bit about the Uncharted Blitz results, how we did, any of the lessons that we learned, and potentially some of the observations that we saw, such as market activity and things like that, as well as a shout out for the top players there. We also want to discuss the Lionel the Lion, which is an Obsidian project run by Hayton. His NFT lending is now available for public if you are interested in checking that out. I'm going to show you a quick little tutorial and where to find that on Obsidian. We'll also discuss the Cows Gone Mad mint, which is happening on September 24th. So coming up pretty soon, and we'll just give you guys a little lowdown on what's going on with that project. And then we're going to show the upcoming Blitz schedule. It's not much to look at right now, but maybe we can do some speculation around it as to when we think, some of these big milestones might happen. And then we got some speculation and banter where we'll also play the latest expedition log. So trying to find some of that hot goo. Anyways, so that's what we got for you guys today, and we might as well just hop right into it. So, DJ, how did you find the Uncharted Blitz? Did you feel like it was a pretty good blitz for yourself, or found yourself lacking a bit?
So I did want to wait. I didn't want to jump in right away, like on the first blitz that we had the regions. I said, let me wait into the better day. And I just couldn't. The itch was too itchy, and I had to scratch it. I waited a good maybe like 10 hours after I just logged in, put a few businesses down, probably got some, just that very minimum play. And then when it was like hour 10, I was like, I can't, I gotta jump in. And so hopefully I do want to wait until it's the, was it 2x or 5x, I think?
Yeah, what was that? The third day where it's their 10x, which is actually just 5 times the points. But yeah.
So that was Sunday, right? We started on Friday, and by Friday night I started playing. I wasn't able to be as disciplined as you were to wait until Sunday. So I did see the benefit of like when you're not fighting the big boys up there, at least not right away. Eventually you get up there. uh, and I kind of like had to get up there and had to start fighting. I just kept putting a lot of defense up. Um, and let's see, what was I running? I did an Apex to like Prestige one and a half, I think. And then I just kept going with a Museo quality two. I kept failing. I couldn't get it up to quality three.
Yeah, those
And then
failures are so bad. I failed a few as well. Not museos, but yeah, it was bad that, or I don't know. We all
yeah.
know it's pretty bad, I think.
Yeah, and then I was lucky enough to get an LL Sport Quality 3, so that was a little bit easier to bring to Quality 5, and that's where I brought it up to Quality 5. Then I did a Leo and Co, Dan, and a couple of cool cats. Um, so yeah, I think I gotta try to take advantage of the better day. For my next strategy, I gotta try to see. I mean, some people even kind of wait until almost the last day, right? I
Yeah,
saw a
well,
lot of people in the last few days.
exactly. But usually with those people, right, they're purchasing something fairly substantial off of the market. I know, like, even Meta, right, he didn't play the 10x at all. He pretty much started at the end of the 10x day. So he only played for about 4 days, 3.5 days or so, and still was able to secure himself rank two. I think he said he
Mhm.
also hit prestige 17 or something like that, 16, 17. So that's insane because when you think about it, that's, like I couldn't even do a prestige a day, right? And I still ended in the top 100, right? Well, 76 or
Mhm.
77, somewhere around there, I think I finished. So, he's doing almost, or he is doing over two prestiges a day. Mind you, he would have had to purchase something off of the market, and, that catapulted him quite well. But yeah, it's just insane. So I joked with him. I was like, yeah, when's 21? When are you going to hit that 21, three prestiges per day?
He probably will.
Oh,
I mean,
probably.
he could have if he would have done it earlier, right? Like at the beginning of the 10x.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But hey, you never know. Well, and he was very close to surpassing Darklos. So congratulations to him for taking number one spot. But I know Meta was pushing pretty hard there at the end too. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm looking at uh-huh.
yeah, go for it. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say I'm looking at the cash that they generated, and Darklos ended up with 100A and Meta 1C. So that's two whole letters apart.
Yeah, that's a lot of prestiges apart when you think about it. But again,
Yeah.
all it matters is basically your rank on the live board, right? So that's what's getting you that live power, or the power added to your total power. So that's
The
really the
total
only
power.
important part. Yeah. But yeah, I guess for
Yeah.
myself,
Yeah.
like you were saying,
Yeah. How
I
about
think I
you?
held off a little too long.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I ended up right behind Zemet, another Legion player. I used to play Void, Cypher. Now he's Zemet. He was literally 4 or 5 people ahead of me, right, as we're moving up the leaderboard. So he would always take everybody that was available to hit before I was able to hit them. So it was just like I would get into the next spot and be like, man, there's nobody here I can attack. He already got all the easy attacks. So like I ended up that was one of my biggest issues with my tactic. I think I waited a little bit too long. That I didn't have a high enough live rank when the 10x started, and then I tried to build into a good live rank and I couldn't break into like the 20s. So I ended up getting stalled out around I don't even think I broke into the top 50 this time. So I ended up, I think starting a little bit too late. I probably should have started about 3 or 4 hours before I actually did. And I think I started somewhere around like a couple hours before the 10x day started or something like that. So that's a little bit more refinement. I'll keep playing around with it and see where the happy medium is. But chances are, we're not going to have another day three. I'm sort of thinking the next blitz might be a day two or maybe even a day one 10x. So we'll see what they do. Or maybe they'll even change it up, right? Like they said, they might change the rule set do lowest income. So if that's the case, then it's going to be a big change.
Yeah, yeah. Lowest income. I'm actually pretty excited if that happens. Just because it's something that we tested out for a while and it was pretty cool. Um,
Yeah, I
so
think
yeah,
it'd be a cool change up for the rule set. I think give you something very different for sure. But here
yeah.
we
To
could
to shake up the strategies, right?
exactly take a quick look here. So there's the top 10 leaderboard. So Dark Glows took number one. Meta came in number two here. And then we've got Fiends for Crow. He secured himself a podium spot at number three. You could see the difference in their incomes too, right? Like Dark Glows, like you
Oh
said, was
yeah.
100A, Meta at 1C, and then Fiend for Crow at 50Q. But then you can see like some of the people down here at the bottom, right? Like Stroman and FTB Hacker, they're both in the A's as well, right? So 1A and then 36A respectively. And then 6, we got Big, 7 Flacco, 8 Lightman, 9 was Dazul, and 10 was Crypto Spot. So congratulations to the top 10 players there. And thank
Yeah,
you.
big congratulations then.
Yeah, exactly. Big congratulations on the Uncharted Blitz, and then also beautiful graphic Queen Cindy. She's been doing quite well with some of these graphics, so appreciate your contributions to the community. Then let me just flip over.
Nice.
So yeah, I got 76. That's what I ended up at. And then let me see where you are here. You ended up at 108, huh?
108. Yeah, just I was hanging out to 100. I was trying to hang on to the 100. But then I got Sunday is a pretty busy day for me too with volunteering at church. So I spend a lot of my time at church. Um, so I couldn't like play the whole game. But yeah, just strategies. We'll see how things go.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that's it. You never know. Maybe might need a few more NFTs or whatnot, which I think could lead into our next section. But I think the last thing I wanted to talk about is maybe some of the market activity. I know personally I couldn't really like yourself. I wasn't even able to play at all on the last day. I ended up I basically had no time. I was on a bus with no Wi-Fi, so I was like 8 hours of transit going up to a border. So I didn't have any time to play. I think I played maybe like 2 hours of the 15x just to sort of like basically stack as many boosters as I could and just like let it ride. So I mean that also affects your performance obviously when you sit out pretty much one of the biggest days that is 40% of your total power. But I did notice a lot of market activity, right? There was a lot of like good prestige businesses and they were going for cheap, right? So there's potential for if any of these newer players are actually interested in it, like there were some prestige 5s and prestige 6s going for like 10K vouchers, right? Which is pretty cheap in my opinion, because that could easily get you into something like a live rank 50, right? Maybe even live rank 30s, right? And that will pull you into a really good position just by buying one of those and feeding it with cool cats. So there's some strategies to be worked on there, for some people that are newer, very low diamond generation. They could easily be purchasing some of these, the second last day, even the last day, and get themselves into a really good live rank and potentially pull themselves into like the top, 150 without even really playing too much, just sort of like passively just collecting diamonds and stuff. So yeah, that kind of surprised me. We'll have to see again next competition what the prices are in the market.
Yeah, I even I saw it too, like the day before we were finishing up, and I was like, man, I could have just waited until this day and then buy up from the market. Because yeah, for 1K you could get at least like a prestige 3 or 4, and that could at least help you, like you said, get you to those, get over the prestige. The first couple of prestiges, which it seems like it's the hardest grind for some reason to get to prestige 1 or 2.
Yeah,
Well, actually, no, prestige 3 was kind of hard too.
yeah, because getting to prestige 1 isn't too bad, right? Like you've got so many businesses, but then it's sort of you need to prioritize which businesses you're going to run with, right? I was lucky. I actually got out of a blueprint a quality 4 LL Sport, and I was super excited because it's like, yeah, I wanted to use a LL Sport because of the Ishin Revengers joining, right? So I was pretty happy with that drop, and that was one of my main businesses. I ended up pushing with a arcade up to P2, and then just realized it's costing too much to continue to bring it up. So I ended up dropping it and just running. I think I had a Felice. What was it? Pride Record, a LL, a Den, and a Leo. I think that was sort of my setup, and they were all over quality 3, so it wasn't too bad. It worked well enough, but I think I've learned my lesson. I say it every time. It's like, oh, I'm not going to play with a legendary. I'm not going to play with a legendary. And then I get a legendary drop, and I'm like, I'll play with it for a bit. And then I pull it up to Prestige 1. And I'm like, well, the sunken cost fallacy. I might as well just keep running with it. And I do realize now it's just like, you bring that business up, and it's just maybe bring it up to Prestige 1 and then just leave it there. It gives you that little extra boost. But it's too difficult to pull up to Prestige 2 and Prestige 3 and just keep bringing it up forward unless you've got like a really good setup. And I don't think I have those skills or that planning really, or understanding of the game to have a legendary setup like some of these top players. So unfortunately, I think I'll be leaving them behind, trying to make some crow off of them. Luckily enough, though, I did sell that P2 arcade for 30K vouchers, netting myself, I think, 25 after the sale. So it at least added some extra points or some crow to my wallet, which I think I spent on businesses to attempt merging with.
Yeah, because the quality, it's definitely very, very helpful because, you increase the quality. It's you increase your gold income. But yeah, I feel the same way. Like once I pulled an Apex, right? And it's super, super helpful because especially at Prestige 0, because it's helping all your other businesses. But yeah, you're right. Once you start needing to get more businesses and those businesses need diamonds, yeah, I think people at the top that use them, it's because they buy diamonds knowing that they're going to be able to make their money back with their businesses that they sell and all that. But yeah, it's like a different level of gameplay when you actually start buying diamonds and stuff like that,
Yeah, no, exactly. And not something I'm really that interested in. I'm more interested in, letting the NFTs that I'm using in game sort of speak for themselves and design a strategy around that. I even typically don't purchase businesses off the market, right? I try to play with what I'm dealt just to see how well I can do. And that's what I find fun, and, designing strategies around what the blueprints provide me. So it's entertaining to me, at least.
No, I feel the same way. To try to find a good setup for that one blitz, right? Because you start from zero. It's not like a normal mode that you can kind of take your time moving things around or selling and buying. But in Blitz, yeah, it's the same. I only bought the businesses same as you, just to merge. I didn't buy any other businesses. I feel the same way. I feel like I'm putting my money into the NFTs, and at least I have enough NFTs to block a lot of the attacks that I was having going my way. So that was good too. But yeah, I don't really like to buy things from the market. I want it to be entertaining, fun, my own actual work kind of thing.
Yeah, no, exactly. But I mean, that's the difference, right? Like a lot of people are just after a high leaderboard rank, and they don't really care what they spend. So, I mean, and some people are probably after those Ishin Revengers, right? Trying to secure themselves because they're like a $50 NFT. So if they made it into the top 20, they secured themselves a nice $50 NFT if they were using the Ishin Revenger.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw your video where I think 2 people weren't using it, huh?
Yeah, well, Meta wasn't. So I don't know. Maybe I doubt he really cares that much. He likes to be on the podium with the NFT that he chooses, right? He's not, I don't think he's really chasing after these extra bonus prizes. He's just playing because he likes the game, so.
Yeah, I agree too.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much all we got for the Uncharted Blitz. Some lessons learned. Need to get better at my strategy with designing my city and choosing when to drop specific businesses, and also maybe I need to look at purchasing some stuff for merging, but my merging rates are terrible, so I don't have success with it, so I just sort of forget about it.
Yeah, hopefully you'll just get the business from the blueprints, right? And we don't have to buy any. So
Exactly.
that's the good thing about having so many blueprints. But of course, a lot of them are gyms and diners and cats.
Yeah, well, that's it. A lot of those, and that's something I haven't really been using are any commons, so I might have to try that out. Maybe toss a couple commons in there, but we'll see. But yeah, I mean, we can lead into maybe part of the strategy some players need to address is their NFTs that they're using, right? And so might as well lead into the Lionel Obsidian NFT lending project here. So this is a NFT lending platform that was designed as a brainchild of Hayden. You'll see him in the Discord quite a bit. I know he's in the Obsidian Discord a lot more now, and also he runs the Lionel project, which is where this NFT lending platform originally came from. So shout out to Hayden. Also, happy birthday. Hopefully,
Yes. Happy birthday, Hayden. Happy birthday.
yeah, hopefully you're having a good one. And so he just brought out the lending platform. So let me switch over. We'll do a screen record on the screen recording. So let me just bring up, where is it? Here we are. So this is the Obsidian platform. This is one of the dexes that are available for trading Chronos tokens. So this is if you've seen it, the Robin Crow. They're the ones with the NFTs. They're also part of the Flex to Earn program, which maybe we can talk about some other time, as it's pretty cool. Always new features coming out there. But with the Obsidian project, you can see the little green dot here. They've got new, which is your NFT lending. So if you come to this tab, there's the NFT lending protocol, and this is available for any decentralized video games that are built on the Chronos network. But he also is primarily focusing right now on the app.mane.city game because it is the biggest one available. So you can scroll through. There's tons of stuff for people to borrow. They've got anything from Crazy Monsters or Monks, Mary, Ishan Revengers. There's your lands. Here's the NFT project that's associated with Obsidian Finance. So if you're interested in borrowing one of them, they've got the weapons, the tools, pretty much anything that you could really want to better your game. Now, the way it's designed is you have a floor price, right? Now, to protect the lender, the collateral is twice the floor price. So if we were to click on, for example, this cub, right? So they have the listing price at 150. So you need to put up collateral at 2 times that. So you would put up $300 worth of collateral, and then you can borrow it for whatever the tenature price is. So they have accepted durations of 7 days. So if you wanted one of these for the next competition, you could borrow any of these NFTs that are available on the Obsidian marketplace for the lending platform. You can also filter to check them all out. So for instance, say you wanted to attempt, better kingpin attacks, or maybe you needed a better kingpin defense, right? You can come in here and you could borrow one of these and potentially have a lot stronger defense. Now, if you see a lower income or a lower valued one, chances are, actually, this person made a mistake here. That'd be a good one to pick up if you're interested. You might not even want to return it, but yeah, they have the listing price at $55 with 2x collateral on a generator. So that's one thing that the lenders need to be.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's a good
probably
deal.
me. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh man, you might want to reduce get that move there, man. Because you essentially then, if the person didn't want to return this, they just bought a generator for $110, right? That's why you technically don't need to return stuff. You can keep them if you want, but that's where the collateral comes in. So if somebody had it listed at 150, you put up $300 collateral. So if you don't return it, then they can keep your collateral. But if you do return it, right, you then get your collateral back, less some of the fees, right? So there are some fees. They'll be pretty apparent when you do go to borrow, and I think they're only like 3 or 4% or something like that. So it's pretty good. I mean, it's not massive income for the lenders, but it is some income if people are borrowing their NFTs. So definitely check it out. If you are looking at, maybe trying something like a bigger land, right? Maybe you want to try playing on a legendary or an epic, or even maybe there might be some mythicals that get published here. So you're able to go check out these different land strategies and see whether they work for you prior to doing the big investment and actually purchasing it. Now, I understand it is a little bit more expensive when you look at like, oh, well, I have to put up twice the amount of money to be able to borrow it. So does it really make sense? And I mean, as long as you return it, you aren't out any money. So it does work quite well. I don't know why my wallet isn't connected right now. Yeah, doesn't matter. I think that's about all we got really to show for it. So.
Well, that's a good thing that we're like talking about it right now, because like you said, right? I had a few NFTs, like some lands, and like some of the best things that I had is the generator, which is the one that I have at 55 with collateral. So what I was thinking is like, if I put it like I don't know, like $100, like who's gonna wanna borrow it, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't think about it like the way you said it. Like, oh yeah, but they can also just kind of like borrow it and not return it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the big thing that the lender needs to be aware of, right? So if you are a person that's going to get into lending NFTs through this platform, you need to be aware of how the system works, and you can select your collateral, right? So DJ, like if that's yours, you could easily just go and keep it at 55, right? But select a 6x collateral, right? So now they need to put up, the $330, right? Which is twice the floor price, little less than twice the floor price, right? So you can try to target it. I mean, those NFTs are super expensive right now, but essentially that's what the whole system's designed around, is like the protection of the lender is the 2x collateral, so that somebody doesn't just like walk away with the NFT at the end of the term, because hey, that $100 NFT is now worth $150, and I only put up $100 to borrow it, so why would I bother returning it? I could just go sell it, and I made made $50. The lender just lost $50, right? That's where that collateral is there to like keep everybody honest, in a sense that like, hey, I do want my NFT back eventually, right? So don't just walk away with it. And if you do walk away with it, I have enough collateral to then go purchase another one off the market to replace it.
Got it. Yeah. So that was mine. So I'm gonna do what you said. I still want it to be low enough for people to afford to borrow it, but I don't want to end up, losing it, like you said. So
because that's basically way under.
Ask for more collateral, right?
Yes, yeah, that's the easiest way.
Keep the low price to borrow, and then just ask for more collateral.
Yeah, because let me just pull it up real quick here on my phone, because I haven't checked the market lately, but I think the floor price on them are close to $180, right? So you'd want to at least be asking over $180 to sort of ensure that if somebody does walk away with it, you have the opportunity to go purchase one again.
Just buy another one. Yeah.
Yeah, so let me just bring that up here. So yeah, a power generator right now is $140. So you would want to, at $55, I would say maybe put it at 4x collateral. It's still cheap enough somebody would borrow it. but it also secures yourself enough to go and purchase another one if you needed.
Nice.
But they do jump pretty
All
quick.
right.
There's 3 at 140, 1 at 150, and then we're back up to 180. So not very many available. And there's only a few at 180, and then we're up to 210, 215. So
Wow.
they're pretty hot commodities at the moment.
Yeah, and they definitely could come in handy on a competition mode because they pack some power, right? They pack some punch.
Oh, exactly. Hey, it being able to, put a 100% buff up on, or like 100% barrier, so that because most people can only hit you for like at max if they're maxed out. I think it's like 140%, and that's a really good roll. Like that's very lucky. I mean, I'm barely able to get over 100 half the time, even though I can roll 135. So if you're able to get an 80 to 100 defense, that stops people from stealing a lot of bonuses off of you, and also having that you get 20% back, right? So you can have a good extra little booster there for your city too. So they're nice to use, which is why I wanted to highlight the Obsidian NFT lending protocol for any of these newer players that are interested in trying out Main City at a higher level, but not necessarily wanting to put the money into the game right now, right? This way, you could go and borrow $2,000-$3,000 worth of NFTs once the inventory is stocked up, and be able to compete at a high level, and it might only cost you something like $15-$20 in the long run, right? So you just put the collateral up, return the NFT, get your collateral back, less whatever the fees were. And the lender gets 50% of the fees. The platform gets the other 50%. So it's not a massive fee. I'm pretty sure it's only like 4 or 5% or something like that. So it's pretty reasonable in my opinion. Again, maybe jump into the Lionel Discord. The link will be down below. And yeah, hopefully you can discuss it with Hayton. He's always in there. He'll be more than happy to give you a lowdown on how the whole system works. And hopefully we see you in there, and maybe you borrow some stuff from me.
Yeah, he's definitely. He's definitely very helpful. Shout out to Hayden. It was a great idea that he put together. I was lucky enough to be one of the borrowers the last time when it was still in test mode, and everything went smooth. Just make sure that if you're gonna borrow something, make sure you equip it when you're sending your attacks, because that's one thing that I would sometimes. Why I borrowed a tent at that time, so I would sometimes send attacks and not equip my tools. So just make sure you equip the tools. Just overall during the game, just make sure that you're equipping your NFTs so you can get full advantage of them.
Yeah, I know I'm notorious for sending out attacks and then forgetting to put my NFTs back on, which gives me a okay.
Yeah, during the Blitz, I sent an aerial bombardment to Curious, and I landed at 0. But I was like, well, that's an aerial bombardment. Even if I would have packed my NFTs, there was a chance that it could have landed at 0, right?
No, exactly. And that's the worst part about it too, right? So it's just like, I wish they would buff the aerials, but whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, definitely a cool system, right? So here's their X page if anybody is interested. It is Kronos Lionel. Flippin also did some of the artwork for them, so pretty nice looking title page or header there and everything. But check them out if you are interested in trying to compete in the higher ranks. There is the ability to rent rather than owning, so just a cool little alternative. And I'm glad to finally see the I guess we could call it the beta, because I know you were testing in alpha mode with Hayton. So now we're into a actual smart contract that handles it, opposed to a very manual system. So I'm looking forward to seeing how well it works. I only put up a land and a crazy monster right now. I might put a monk up as well, as we'll see, just to sort of test it out. A lot of the NFTs that I have, I use. So I do have a few that are available for rent. I might put up some tools, but ultimately, I think Hayton's got a fair library of things for people to rent, and there is a decent amount of people like DJ as well that are putting stuff up that, as loaners. So check it out. Hopefully you'll find something maybe to improve your gameplay. Right, there is some pretty interesting stuff, right? Like we've got weapons, no backpacks yet. I mean, backpacks are a pretty hot commodity, so maybe maybe that's something I can see if I can find one to spare. Put a backpack up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's many people have some of those to spare.
That's the hard part, right? And if they do, they're not on DeFi. Usually they're in the crypto.com wallets. So, but
Yeah, that's another key little detail that the NFTs have to be on DeFi.
yes, that is very true. They do need to be on DeFi so that you are able to interact with these smart contracts, right? So they get wrapped up in a smart contract and then changed over. So
Yeah, and
sometimes,
who knows? Maybe with that, with those tools that you get, you might get into the top 1,000 if you didn't before. And once you get into the 1,000, then you start getting those NFTs airdropped. And who knows? I mean, that generator that I'm having up for lending, I got it from one of the blitzes, and I have a Gilling gun too. So once you crack into the 1,000, then you might land a nice NFT. So could be worth it.
yeah, exactly. Man, I wish I won something good from these competitions.
You will. Not
Oh,
yet, but you will.
one day. Nah, it's all
Yeah,
good.
one day. We
That's
gotta
when
keep the spirit going.
exactly. I would love to win something nice, but at least my girlfriend ended up winning a Gatling gun, so that's pretty good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was a nice little surprise. I think she got the red one, so that was kind of cool. Which maybe I mean, my opinion on it is the aerial bombardment's almost useless. So I might just tell her put it up for rent, see if somebody borrows it, make some extra
Right?
income.
Some passive income.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's sort of the lending platform. Let's take one final look, scroll through. If you're looking for Fractured Fate lands and First Frontier lands, maybe even like what DJ Orakle was saying, if you got a decent NFT from one of the blitzes as a prize, instead of selling it, maybe you put it up for rent, make a couple dollars off of it each competition, especially if you don't need it or if you're not using it. Could be a way to go, and at least until you can time a good peak on the market and maybe sell it off if you really don't want it. But yeah, there's at least this is an option now, which is really cool to be able to potentially lend out NFTs to people, opposed to just having to sell them on the market. So it's a good alternative, a good way for newer players to test the waters with some of the higher level and more expensive NFTs. Now I get it. Yeah, you're putting up a lot of collateral, but you're getting all that collateral back as long as you return the NFT, which as a secondary, make sure you understand what the contract date is, right? You don't want to be putting up a NFT or borrowing an NFT and then missing the collateral return date. So definitely keep an eye on those. Maybe set a calendar reminder or something, because I'd hate to see somebody borrow something and then go to return it and it's 10 seconds after the contract expired and the person already accepted the collateral. So be aware, try to return it early if you can, and yeah, good luck in the next competition. Hopefully something like this can help you out.
Yes, and again, another reminder: if you have any more questions, just go to their Discord, and they're super, super helpful. Whether it's on the general talk or if you open a ticket, they're very helpful, very patient. They walk you step by step. So, go ahead and it's a great opportunity.
Perfect. And then I guess the last thing we'll say about the Lionel Discord, there is 2 chats in there. I know the Legion aren't as active, but I believe he is looking to decommission the Void specific Discord and is moving it over to the Lionel project. So you can get verified by Lionel as a Void player, and that is where they do discuss their strategies during competition. So check that out as well. The link will be down below. It's going to replace the Void Discord link, which you might see in previous videos. So it is changing out as he is going to shut that one down. So I think
Yeah,
that's
I'm also updating my links. When I put the links for the void, I'm also updating it to the Lionel now.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yep.
because unfortunate, but well, maybe you can convince him to hand it over to you or something. We'll
I
see.
think there's money involved. I think, right? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure because I know
Oh,
Kimbo
and I
gave him.
think yeah, and it's not super active. Either way, so I think it'll be good. I mean, whatever he thinks is best, I'm behind it.
Yeah, no, he's a very good void leader. So I think he's got a good idea of what the community needs and wants. So hopefully it's a good home for the Legion and the Void. But I know the Legion's pushing back, and we like our specific little Discord. Kimbo did a good job setting it up, so I don't think we're changing anytime soon.
Yeah, and you guys are pretty active there too.
Yeah,
I don't know why the void is not super active. Maybe we gotta start doing more things in there. And the Lionel now.
yeah,
I think it's because of that. We're like in between moves and stuff like that.
yeah. It could be
Um,
it.
so yeah, more people are more active on main city or even on X. But yeah, once everything's official, maybe we'll start doing some giveaways and stuff like that.
Yeah, true. That'd be good. That usually brings in some players. I know that we try to do a few at least during competitions. But
Yeah.
right on. So yeah, congratulations again, Hayden. Happy birthday as well. And yeah, we look forward to seeing the lending protocols develop and continue forward into other games. And yeah, congratulations. It's a big milestone.
Yes. Yeah. Congratulations. A great project. And yeah, as more NFTs are being incorporated, more gamings, it should take off. It's pretty good.
Yeah, which speaking of which, I know the cows gone mad, which will transition into their mint. They will likely be involved. And I guess just to give you guys a little overview of what's going on with the project prior to showing off the video here on the mint page, they are designing a sort of like a battle royale tower defense open world shooter game based off of cows, which the cows gone mad being like the mad cow disease is their sort of medical tie that they like to bring in. And you'll see from the video of how the cows got transformed, but it does look pretty cool. I'm excited for this sort of shooter implementation that's going to be on the PC, and it's coming out as far as I'm aware pretty soon after the mint. So I mean, don't quote me on that, but that's their ambition at least, is to have a running beta of the game and a little bit of a storyline running as soon as the mint is sort of over, maybe a couple weeks after. Now, the cool thing about these NFTs that I'll call out is that they apparently are using Immutable to store the metadata of your progress on the game. So as you play with your NFT, you're actually increasing its value by, generating experience and leveling up your character. So there is some way to actually add value to the NFT by using it and playing the game. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll switch over to the screen recorder now, and we can take a quick look at what the actual trailer is. And then maybe DJ and I can talk a little bit more about this Founders Edition.
Sounds good.
So let me just play the video here. All right, so got some pretty interesting clips and stuff in there. You can see they've got some shots of the different cows here. There's also some shots of them. This is going to be one of the main enemies, which is the wolf. And you can see the towers in the background that you're sort of defending. They've also got like customization of weapons. So you do some like farm engineering stuff on them. What else we got here? They got so you can see the crosshairs there for the shooting mechanics. I know it looks a little rough right now. This is apparently like pre-alpha, so this was even before they had some testing. I know they're currently testing out the system with some a closed alpha right now. So hopefully everything gets a little bit more polished as they proceed forward. But it looks pretty good to me. You get the different mini maps and stuff like that. Looks like some explosives and stuff over in the corner here. So yeah, I mean, pretty interesting concept. Especially with them partnering with Main.city as well. So here's a quick rundown. So there is 2,222 Founders Editions being released, and there I believe there's like 6 legendaries, but I think 3 are available for mint, and then 3 are going to be part of giveaways and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure on that. Just that's my understanding from when I read their paper, their terms and conditions. Now, for eligible users, there is a pre-mint. It opens up 60 minutes before the actual scheduled drop. And this is available for Loaded Lions, Dark Lions, Cyber Cubs, also holders of First Frontiers. Kind of interesting that they don't have holders of Fractured Fates on there, but it is what it is. And then there's also some interesting partners here. The Mad Hair Society. There's the Psycho Kitties, the New Era. And then there's also the Crazy Monsters Arcane Creatures. So they are working, if you listen to their AMA, on a little collaboration with some of these other, insane asylum potential clienteles, right? Like crazy psychos and mads. So they are.
I think that's a good.
Yeah, they got I think they're calling it like the Madhouse or something, if I remember correctly from the AMA. But anyways. Not what we're talking about. So they are the interesting part about this drop for me is, it is like a competitive strategy tower defense game. So they have their own game that they're building, but they're also partnering with Main.city. So we're able to use these NFTs in Main.city, right? So this isn't like one of these drops where it's like, hey, you're just, buying it for the benefits of Main.city and maybe some of the other small benefits of their own ecosystem, right? Like this is actually their own game that they've developed. I mean, they've got footage and everything. So as to if it's on time for the release or not, I can't say, but it is interesting that they have something more than just, the integration with Main.city. This game's going to be pretty interesting. I know there's some other collaborations and stuff going on with it that we can't really speak about, but it's an interesting concept that's going to, I think, be worth minting personally. Now, my estimate, there's no official number on how much the mint per NFT is going to be, but if I were to guess, based off of probably how much it cost and everything, I would say these are probably going to be about $60 to $80 per NFT, somewhere in that range. So especially with how small the Founders Edition is, right? There's only 2,222 of them. So that's a pretty small number. And to recoup developer costs and also try to recoup some of the costs to get into Main.city, I would think that they're at least above $50, $60. So probably somewhere around $70, maybe $80. But we'll see. Hopefully they come out with the information soon, because it is about 17 days, 8 hours as of recording here. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a really cool drop. I was thinking about the same thing. I was thinking $50 on the price. But I think what I like the most is the feature that you mentioned, that you're actually your NFT is gonna be able to grow as you grow with the game. So it'll increase its value because it's increasing the XP and everything that it's attached to the NFT. That is like super interesting. Had never heard of that myself, but it's a really 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 cool concept.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, talk
I
about increasing the value of an NFT, right?
Exactly, right? So, potentially if you get a pretty rare looking one, it's rare, it's got some cool traits, so it's valuable there. But then if you use it quite often in the game, and I wonder if it's like, hey, you're selling this one, it comes with these weapons and all this other type of stuff that's been unlocked, right? So, whereas like before, it's like, a concept of like just a skin, right? It's like, oh, okay, it's just a skin in the game and all your progress stays with your account. Now it's like, no, I can sell the account technically, right? So you could go and it's like,
Yeah, technically.
I want to start over again. I'm going to buy the cheapest NFT and I'm going to grind it up. And, after like 3 or 4 weeks of grinding, maybe you take a $60 NFT and, turn it into a $500 NFT because you've unlocked a ton of stuff and you've, put that value into the actual NFT by playing the game. So it could be I think it's a really interesting concept and twist to the NFT integration for a game.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to mint one of those. It's gonna be really exciting. Like you said, especially because the number is pretty low. So I think it's gonna sell out pretty quick. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, most definitely. Well,
Right.
we'll see. I mean, I thought the monks would sell out. They had an extra like 200, 250 above this one. So yeah, I don't. It's going to be interesting, right? It's going to be a fine line between how much they're charging, and how soon I guess that beta for their game comes out, as well as their promotion, right? And that being said, we're not being paid at all to discuss it. We're discussing it because it is part of Main City, and we're just excited to see what comes from this project. So hopefully they are able to mint out. I mean, I'm going to probably try to get 5 of them depending on the price. If they're $100 a piece, maybe I'll just get a couple. If they're $50 a piece, I'll definitely try to get 5, just for the Main City benefits in and of itself. But I guess maybe that opens up another issue, right? It's like, am I going to grind out 5 different NFTs or how's that going to work? But we'll have to see how that all happens when the game comes out and how that progress is added and saved.
Yeah, yeah, definitely for the main city benefit is definitely the first, which is again, guys, it's not a paid promotional for this project. This is just the main city podcast, so we talk everything main city, and it's part of main city. So I would hope that hopefully they'll get their game going right away, but if not, I would hope that they can be used in main city. They could be integrated in main city ASAP right after the mint. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
It's one of the most exciting NFT drops that, at least for me, you know, because of the dual utility.
Yes, I agree. The concept of another game to play, right? So, unless the only thing I think might stop me from playing it is if Main City integrates some massive sort of similar exploration, first person shooter or even third person shooter kind of concept to there, through the exploration and monster fighting. I think that might take up more time, but I still think I would play this, especially the campaign. Play around with that, just to see what they've got in store. And I mean, the main benefit for me, right? Like I went and bought a bunch of monks without really even knowing too much other than they're coming to Main City, right? So I think with this potential of a game as well as Main City's integration, I think there's a good potential it will sell out. I hope so for them, especially it is quite an ambitious project, and I think at least they got footage to back up like, hey, we've got an alpha or a pre-alpha they call it, right? And I know they did a little demo in their Discord showing off what's going on with it. So if you're not in their Discord, we'll put a link down below as well so you can go check it out. It is specific for the game, so yeah, hop in there and hopefully we see you guys on the mint.
Yeah, definitely. Let us know what you have, and it'll be an exciting day.
Yes, hopefully I meant the one I want is the actually let's see if we can let me just see if I can pull it up real quick to show their legendaries because they got some pretty funny ones. They've got like there's like a what do they call it the primal moo or something like that. He's like a cave cow, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it, but so they've got the at least the ones that they've shown so far are pretty interesting looking to me at least. So we'll see. I mean, they've got your gold one, right? They've also got a one that's like all iced out, as in like he's actually frozen, not diamonds ice. So let me see. Okay, here's a GIF of two of them. Just switch over to the screen recording. So this is the gold one, and then the iced one. And then let me see. They do have. I don't know if my internet's just being slow or if it's X. They do have.
Oh, it's on their X page. Their
Yeah,
X
yeah,
page, is that where?
yeah. I'm just
Okay.
scrolling through their X page right now. Oh, here he is. Neanderthal cow, primal mooster. I don't know why it's not loading here. There we go. So that's the one I hope I mint. If I do mint a legendary, I think he's hilarious. The caveman looking guy. And then they got two others. Let me see if I can find them here. There's a actually they got a few others. Sorry, I'm mistaken. There's oh man, I wish they would just pop up. Why aren't they loading? Here we go. Okay, here's a GIF of two of them. So there's like a female samurai, and then there's a colonel, potentially like a Spanish conquistador sort of guy. So what do we got? Simu Boliviar. Yeah, Simu Boliviar, and then Tumu Gozen. So Tumu Gozen's the female samurai, and then we've got the Boliviar, the conquistador. And then who else we got here? There's also a colonel. He's got a handgun. There's also one that kind of looks like Genghis Khan. And then let me see if I can pause it. So there's the Genghis Khan kind of looking one. Let me see. There's the Napoleon. Maybe he's called Napoleon Bonaparte. I don't know. And then we've got this Colonel guy. So those are sort of the legendaries, as far as I'm aware, that you potentially could end up minting. I'm not too sure if all of them are available, or if it's just these sort of ones. As to which ones are available, there is the gold in them. So this is pretty much a shot of like all of the ones that I know that are available. So good little gift. Definitely check out their X page if you're interested. And yeah, it's coming up September 24th. So like we said, 17 days.
Yeah, I'm looking at their X page now, and their NFTs are facing right, huh? I think a lot of the NFTs are facing to the left, and theirs are facing to the right.
Yeah, sort of a different stance. So yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. They're kind of funny. I'm excited to see what it comes from it. I mean, even just with the game hype, right? Just to have a different computer game to play that potentially. Now, I'm not saying guaranteed, but there is potential. I think that they might be introducing some sort of play to earn sort of concept, but I don't know how that's going to. Other than, I mean, the integration or the concept of like storing your metadata and progress for the NFT. So there is that also play to earn aspect, which is a little bit new compared to the ability just to play it and win tokens.
Yeah, maybe you're able to build weapons or unlock weapons that you can sell or something like that. We'll see
Yeah.
how they. Yeah, I'm excited about the game.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully, they come out with some more information, maybe some more hype information or a specific timeline for the actual beta to come and be released. So that would be cool if they had that prior, or maybe they still call it an alpha. I don't know what they're calling it, but it'd be cool to get some of that information prior to the actual launch of the NFTs. Now, one thing I do want to stress as well is, at least for my knowledge, I believe I read it somewhere, is the game is going to be free to play, right? So players in the long run, maybe a year from now, can join and play for free. They don't need one of these cows. But that's where, like, I think the ability to level up your cow and you could sell it to somebody that really likes the game, right? Then they could purchase one of these founder edition cows. So there is some good potential there. And I mean, being a founders edition, I hope that this is it, right? There's only going to be 2,222 of them. So yeah, kind of cool that they're also going to be part of Main City.
Yeah,
Right
definitely.
on. So, I mean, other than that, I think we can maybe move on. We can, move on and talk about the.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah. Now the Blitz schedules, right?
Who doesn't love cows, right?
Exactly. I mean, I love beef, so.
There you go. I love my hamburgers.
Oh, so good. Nice steak, But
Yeah.
so what we got here is the if I can find it again. There we are. The competitive schedule. So let me just bring that up on the screen recording. So we'll talk a little bit about the upcoming competitive season. So you can see we've already completed the first two blitzes. We had the Blazing the Trail Blitz and then the Uncharted Blitz. And then we've got 4 more Blitz competitions prior to the mid-season championship. And then we have 4 more blitzes after that lead up to the main series, which is going to be World Series 3. So, exciting stuff. Definitely a lot of competitions to participate in. But yeah, I mean, do you have any speculation, DJ, that maybe you want to share? I'm thinking Blitz 2 is probably going to be, seeing as it's like the halfway point, I have a feeling it's going to be a 2-week competition. I know they did 2-week blitzes prior to Series 2. So I feel like that makes sense. Now, alternatively, it could be all 1 weeks. And then the mid-season championship is a 2-week, right? As sort of like a bigger competition, which I think I would prefer that more, just because I find, unless the prize is very enticing, a 2-week competition is quite a bit. And I mean, the 4-week competitions are insane, right? So that's a whole month of playing that you need to be playing fairly consistently too, right? So I think, it'd be nice to see Blitz 2, 3, 4, and 5, basically another week competition, and then the mid-season be a 2-week, and then we go on to the Blitz 6, 7, 8, 9 as another 1 week, and then the final is your 4-week.
The 4-week. Yeah, that would be good. I was surprised that they didn't have any showdowns, any weekend showdowns this time around, huh?
Well, I wonder if they might still do some weekend showdowns. I don't know, maybe they
Is that
just
on the Blitz schedule?
Yeah, exactly. They might just do them impromptu, right? It's just sort of like, hey guys, we're a little late on bringing out Blitz 6, so we're doing a showdown this weekend or something, right? And it's just vouchers. I think all of these blitzes will hopefully have NFT prizes, right? So that's my guess, is like they're showing anything that's actually bigger prizes, and maybe they will still do some showdowns.
Okay, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, maybe because there's no NFTs, they're not putting it on their schedule. And I think also maybe the game is like more evolved now. I think maybe I'm not sure, but maybe the weekend showdowns were another option for them to kind of like tweak things around. Maybe as the game is getting fine tuned, maybe they just don't need them as much.
Yeah, that's
Maybe they're
true.
just okay, right,
'Cause-
with the 1 week.
Yeah, because like with the I know right during those showdowns, right? That's when they first introduced the auction system, right? So that was our demoing of the auctions, trying to figure out how that all worked and fine tuning it. So that could be potentially, if there is big changes that come, they do those smaller showdowns just to test it out, get some feedback really quick, opposed to, after a full week of playing.
Yeah, maybe when they integrate maybe more partnerships, maybe they'll do like a weekend. But we'll see. Um, I kind of like those weekends sometimes. I mean, they do have vouchers, right? Even there's not that many vouchers, but I mean, who doesn't love vouchers? But just to practice, just to start off with like zero and trying to like get a strategy going, I think that's why I like those weekends.
Yeah.
Showdowns.
Yeah, and the weekend ones are very different, right? Because it is all about like just pure income, right? There's just like get every business on the floor, put them all, just start generating as much gold as possible. Because there's no waiting around. There's no specific day to attack and build up a good live rank. No, it's just go. It's a shotgun blitz basically. Just go for it. Everybody, right out of the gate, no lollygagging. So it's definitely an interesting experience. And I hope they do a few because, it'll be good leading up to the World Series 3 for some of these smaller competitions for newer players to, try to refine their strategies too. Right.
Yeah, that's a great point. Those weekends will be really, really good for new players.
Exactly. And
Maybe
especially
if they
as we
start
go
doing the
mobile.
mobile.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
At mobile, that's probably where maybe we'll see some showdowns. Maybe once that comes out, that's probably end of October. I have a feeling probably Halloween. Dead on the end of October.
Yeah, I could put my Halloween shirt, Loaded Lion, to use.
There you go. That'd be cool. I don't have a lion shirt or a loaded lion with a Halloween one. I had looked at them. And I thought they were kind of cool for that specific reason, but just don't have the funds for it.
Yeah, and for a once a year flex too, right?
Yeah, exactly. I got
I
two
think there's a
that'll.
Loaded Lion that's a Santa Claus, right?
That's that was a special edition that was airdropped to all loaded lions. I think he's called Santa Claus, as in like claws.
Oh,
So
Santa Claus, yeah.
yeah, so you could. They're like a couple dollars. I mean, they're worth picking up one or two.
Huh.
Pretty sure that
I thought they were
like
like
no,
I thought they were like legendary dark lions. I mean, Loaded Lions or something like that.
no, I've got one. I picked up one a while ago. But yeah, they've got them. I think I bought mine for $5, so maybe they're probably around $10. Not too sure though. But anyways, that's the Blitz schedule. That's what we're looking at. I don't think there's really too much else to say. We don't have any names. All we know is there's going to be a total prize pool throughout all of those of $750,000. Now, I wish they would have specified the crow value, right? So we can hold them a bit accountable. Because as of right now, if crow pumps to $1, right now it's only 750,000 crow, whereas today that would be a lot more crow. So it's the prize pool. I don't think is going to grow, not significantly at least, right? That's their little way of, I think, keeping it manageable by not specifying the crow amount that's making up the prize pool. So they can potentially keep some more. Maybe they'll boost it up as the crow value rises, right? Maybe it'll hit $1 million throughout it. But honestly, I would love to see if they would have just posted like World Series 3's prize pool in crow. Tell us exactly how much it is, because if it happens to be right in the middle of the peak bull cycle, that that could be a $1 million prize pool just on itself. So yeah. But we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, and I think they probably do it kind of like that, like the way you're saying it, just to kind of like prevent them from just throwing a whole bunch of crow when it pumps. I think it's kind of like Minted versus Crypto.com's NFT platforms, right? Because Minted is, I think it's all priced in crow,
Yes.
but the Crypto.com it's priced in dollars. So it doesn't matter how much the crow goes up or down on the crypto.com site, but on the minted, it kind of does, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because if, Crow doubles in price, everything listed just doubled in price on minted. So,
Yeah. Whereas crypto.com, it's still the same dollar value. So I think that's a way, yeah, like they don't want to break the bank, I guess.
yeah. Yeah. But, well, whatever. We'll see how it pans out. Maybe we'll get lucky and, the prize pool for World Series 2 or World Series 3 will be right at the very bottom of the bear market. And it'll be a lot of Crow. That's
There
what
you
I'm
go.
playing for is
Yeah.
the Crow, right? I want the Crow because I know
Yeah,
it's going up.
definitely.
I don't care about the US
Yeah.
dollar value.
Yeah. Stack the crow.
Exactly. That's why I got to quit spending my vouchers on useless businesses in this game.
For real.
The
Why
amount
am
of
I keep
money I
spending it for
wasted.
something useful?
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Like the amount of money I wasted on those merging videos is insane. Like now that I look at it, especially after Crow pumped, it's just like, cool. I just spent like almost $1,000 just wasted on these. Oh well. Oh well. Hindsight, right?
You'll get some more. That's all right. That's all right. You'll get some more vouchers.
Exactly. Hey, I mean, I almost had 400 Crow from the last competition. I think it was 394 or something like that. So just gotta keep stacking it. Hopefully, new
Yeah.
players come in and are actually looking to buy businesses. I've got a few businesses to sell, so we'll see how it all works out. But
Yeah, we'll see how the game evolves. So maybe they'll switch the blueprints again. We'll see. We'll see. At
yeah,
least we have the options there.
well, I guess we might as well get into the speculation portion of this as well. So, I mean, I
All
really
right.
do hope they change the blueprints. 7 blueprints per level is way too many. Like you can see, even the floor price, right? Like we used to be at about at least 150, almost 200k vouchers for just one legendary, right? And now we're down to 50, if 50. A bunch of them are sitting on the market at 50, right? It's just like,
Wow.
yeah, we've come so far down just because they're printing too many. Like that's too many legendary blueprints. If they want to give away that many gold blueprints, like it should have given some to OG players. But
Yeah, it's not like and they're worried about flooding the market. None of the OGs are gonna probably sell. You know,
no, most of us
we
are
want
gonna
the
open it
blueprints.
and merge, right? It's like, hey,
Yeah.
if I open an arcade, right? Like I've got a or a quality 3 arcade right now. If I opened up another level 3 quality 3 arcade, I'd probably attempt to merge. It's like, well, I opened it. I was given this blueprint or this gold blueprint, and it's a free business. Why not try getting a quality 4 arcade out of it, right? So,
Yeah.
but because I have to buy it, I'm not paying, 300k vouchers, 300 crow, just to attempt a merge, which is more likely a 90% fail rate instead of the, 75 or 80% or whatever they claim it is success.
Success
So,
rate.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
But
yeah, cutting down on the blueprints, and then they also have blueprints for prices now on the daily reward.
yeah, so
So
we just
that's a
got
few more
4 today.
blueprints
All right, we just got 4
for
blueprints
today.
today for the first mystery.
Yeah, yeah. I think a good balance would be doing going back to doing only levels 1 to 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9 no blueprints, and then 10 again more blueprints, and then do it the same again from 11 to 15. I think that would be good, right? I don't think we need 6, 7, 8, and 9 giving blueprints.
Yeah, I agree. Either that or like if they want to keep every level to give you blueprints, they need to reduce it. Like I get that we have a lot more lands that we need to place businesses on, but we don't need 7. I think a good spot would be 3, right? And what I was thinking too is maybe even they do the first 10 levels are 7 blueprints, and then after that they drop it back down to 1 until you hit level 100. Right? And then once you hit avatar level 100, it goes back up to 7. Because at that point, you should have an understanding that, hey, I need these businesses to merge, right? I'm not going to just flood the market with them. So that could be an alternative, right? Because as of right now, it's just like, by the time you hit level 100, you have 700 businesses. Like, People are just selling them. They don't know what to do with this many businesses because they don't understand, hey, you need to increase your quality, right? If you want to level up properly, at least.
Yeah, if you want to compete, you need to increase the quality.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm hopeful that they're making some changes, but I'm not holding my breath. I think they're really focused on the exploration and monster stuff right now. So, and mobile, right, is a big thing that they're probably working on and focused on. So it's less of a priority to correct the market again.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they're waiting for those updates to see how those updates are gonna affect everything, and then they'll tweak the market afterwards.
Yeah, yeah. And who was? I think it was Curious on the Discord. Did you see what he posted in the game feedback yesterday?
No, I haven't checked. What do you
So
put?
Papa posted a picture also of like how many blueprints are available for 1K voucher. But he had posted, let me just verify it was Curious. Yeah. So he posted a screenshot of the people that are selling, and there's literally off_1, off_4, off_2, and then this random guy, and then off_5, off_3, off_wiki, right? It's literally just the same guy making a bunch, right? You can tell these are bots, right? There's no way that like what's going on here, right? So it's like, why? And they're all like within, the same sort of, well, I guess one's at rank 1,700, and the lowest one is rank 2,640, right? So it's sort of like, it's clearly identifiable these are bots, right? Like, it's not like it's Lion, right? Like, it's like you specifically chose a random name and you've been just making multiple accounts. Like, who's going to make off_ and then just numbers, right? Other than a bot.
That's clowning. They're clowning us.
Yeah. So to me, it's like you guys have just introduced bots again, right? Because now if they pull legendaries, which they're going to pull legendaries, right? And it's not that hard. It's going to take you maybe a couple weeks to put all your NFTs. Because that's the thing. Like when you bind your account, it doesn't mean that you've bound the NFTs to that account, because you can just go and transfer all of your you could just connect your CDC account to another bot account, right? Now you generate enough diamonds, buy one big business off of yourself, right? Just keep swapping that one big business around to all your bot accounts, and then you can just basically create a fake CDC account, because these guys don't give two craps about it, right? Oh, what about fraud? It's like they don't care about fraud. They're making bot accounts. If they cared about fraud, they wouldn't be making bot accounts, right? So they're just so they'll just make a fake
Not very
CDC account.
law-abiding citizens.
No, exactly. They'll make a fake CDC account, and then they'll connect their fake CDC account, unlock the market, and sell everything. They'll make it to level 100, or even maybe push all the way to 289, because it's pretty easy to with just cool cats. Just level them all up and just keep swapping the museo between all your accounts. And then maybe get to the point where it's like, okay, I'll just sell all of my cool cats as well to this account and just level all the way up. Get your 1,000 or whatever it is, or blueprints that you can get by getting to the max level now. You're definitely going to get some high quality. Like we just saw a level 70 or prestige 70 quality 5 arcade sell for 1.5 million vouchers, right? That's a lot of money. So it's almost guaranteed. Like people are just making these bot accounts, and Main.City doesn't realize it. It's like, guys, by putting this many blueprints, you've killed the market again. And your whole excuse for not giving blueprints to veteran players is because you didn't want to kill the market. Well, you've already done it. You've already killed the market. Like, it's dead. So, and here I am beating the dead horse again. Sorry.
No, I mean it needs to be talked about. I mean, eventually it needs to be, especially now, like you said, that there's proof from Curious. I just saw the picture right now too. It's just off 1, off 2, it's like straight out clowning, and and Curious is like, I just bought a blueprint from off 5.
Yeah, awful.
And it shows that there was a lot of talk like, okay, so you really have to do KYC to open a new crypto.com account. So that's why, I mean, at least I was thinking, like, who's going to want to do that? But of course, we don't think like criminals do. They find a way to do things. I mean, if they do a lot of, what is it, identity theft, right? Like they could just, that's what they do with credit cards. That's what they do with this. Eventually, essentially, they're doing some sort of identity theft. And according to off one, off two, off three, and off five, it is working
Yeah.
somehow, you know?
Well, and the thing is too, right? Like you can open these accounts and it's easy enough to make a fake ID, right? Like probably the chances are it's like these lower income, I mean, like, places where $10 is a month's wage, right? And you sell something for 100K vouchers, that's basically somebody's monthly wage, right? And they can take that, they can go buy another fake phone number, another fake ID, and make an email. Like it doesn't take anything to make an email, and bam, now you got another account, and you just do it again, right? Like even if you, so it's clearly apparent, right? Like with that amount of blueprints, there's another bot problem. We have a bot problem, and I hope the solution isn't going to be checking people's IPs, because that's stupid. Because then I'm going to probably get my account banned because my girlfriend and I both play off of the same Wi-Fi, right? It's like, okay,
Yeah.
so what?
And I'm
What
sure
is
you're
it?
not the only one. Right?
Exactly.
Like there's many families that, I mean, they want their families to play, right? Don't they want everybody to play?
Well, like
Um,
I would have got blocked too, right? Like when I was back home with my mom, right? My sister, both them play,
mhm.
right? Their accounts would have been blocked or mine would have been blocked, right? Because we're playing off the same IP address, the same internet provider. It's like, well, people have families, guys, and guess what? Some people can actually get their families to play games, like
Right?
so.
And I
That
thought that's what you guys wanted, more people involved in playing the game.
exactly. So hopefully they come
That's
up with a
wild.
solution here. I think it's to get rid of the 7 blueprints, right? That makes more
That's
sense.
one. Yeah. How about also like not do the binding? Just keep a high price for you have to pay a certain amount of vouchers to unlock the market. That was kind of working well, no?
It was, but I, I mean, they also had the way to do it for free, which was a high level, right? And well, I mean, high level 25, level 25 is really nothing. But what
But
I,
at least you kind of invested in playing a little more, I guess.
yeah, and that's why like one of my suggestions was, and I'd suggested it forever ago too, prior to the binding and prior to even the update on costs and all this other type of stuff. My idea was like base it off of daily roar spins. We get 13 daily roar spins per day. Make it like 1,000 daily roar spins. Like that's about 3 months of playing, right? I think somewhere around there, right? So you need to play for 3 months, doing the daily roar spins every single day. Your 3 free ones plus the extra 10 to be able to unlock the market and start selling. Because at least that shows you've committed, you've played the game, you should have a decent understanding of what's going on before you can start just flooring everything you've got.
Yeah, that's a good idea actually. Yeah, daily sweeps, that shows daily activity, right? And the
Exactly.
commitment of the vouchers, the diamonds that you're spending on the spins. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go put that on the feedback again after, and be like, according to our wing,
I put
you
it in
know.
the feedback twice and I don't think anybody's liked it, but most of them are like, well, that's still easy. You could just fake that. And I was like, yeah, but it's 3 months. Let me actually calculate it right now exactly. Because, like, so let's just say it 1,000 spins, right? Divided
Mhm.
by 13. So that's 77 days, right? So that's about 2.5 months of logging in consistently daily spinning just to get to 1,000 daily roar spins, right? And that should be the eligibility to unlock it for free. And then, I mean, maybe even still just unlock it, period, right? It's like you need to play for almost 3 months before you can start selling stuff. You can still buy stuff, no problem. But you can't just
Mhm.
go and start selling all your blueprints and selling all of your good businesses just to pull the little bit of crow out of us that you can. But we'll see.
Yeah,
They need to make a
that's a good
change.
one.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm glad you
Yeah.
like it. That was the only solution I
No,
came up with
definitely.
because like it makes sense, right? It's daily activity. It's
Mhm.
also something that needs to be done consistently, but you can't also just pay to bypass it because you can only buy 10 extra spins, right? So it was some sort of like it was just a nice medium of like it shows you played. It's also free to do, right? So it's not like it's costing you
Mhm.
anything, but I guess it might be a turn off because it's like, well, I have to play for about 3 months before I could start even making money off this game. And it's like, well, I've played for like, you know, 20 something months and I've barely made any money off of this. All I've done is, well, I mean, most of my prizes go into more businesses and, recycle into the game. So I guess technically I've made money off of it, but I've also spent a fair amount.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the daily rewards sounds fair. I mean, yeah, you have to kind of like wait to make money, but it helps to not it helps to keep the economy of the game sustainable, I guess, you know? It's not
Exactly.
just like handouts. Right now I feel like it's handouts for everybody.
Well, and it's bots everywhere, right? So at least if they
Yeah.
wanted to make bot accounts, they would still have to play each bot account for 2.5 months, right? And
Yeah,
hopefully in
and
that
criminals
time,
don't want the
no, they don't want that type of time sink. They're here just to like quick flips, right? All I have to
Yeah,
do is
yeah.
buy the business off myself, level up to level 50 really quick, sell a bunch of stuff, go on to the next bot account, do it again, sell that same business. All I have to do is pay a 15% fee basically to buy that business off myself and then just do it over and over and over again.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, but we'll see. Hopefully they'll do some fixes when they come when the mobile kicks in. We'll see how that changes things.
yeah. Yeah, hopefully we'll change it. Maybe what we need to do as a community is just start to buy anything that's level that's uncommon or higher that's over level 50. It's like, sure, if you want to try doing this, try doing it with just cool cat income, but everybody just buy everything P50 or higher so that these bot accounts can't just keep trading their lower prestige but still powerful businesses back and forth.
Yeah,
But
that would be a big push from everybody.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, other than that, let's take a quick look at the newest. What do they call it? Some groundbreaking achievements come in small canisters. The expedition ascends into madness at the Molten Forge. So you got a 30-second clip here. Let's check out the latest expedition, then we can talk a little bit about it. Get off of this depressing market topic.
Yes, let's move on.
Yeah. All right. So I'll play this video here.
Go get hot goo with big pitcher. What the f?
This is probably it. Very hot goo, very big pitcher.
They say this bad boy doesn't melt. Let's see. What? Simple job, my ass. This is bullshit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why is it turning? Wait. Why is it getting bigger? Why is it getting... Nope. Okay, I got it. Let's get out of here. All this work for this bit of juice. Looks refreshing. Stupid Cubs. Go.
There we go. I love that little clip. Just stupid Cubs. But yeah, it's pretty cool looking little videos. I'm loving these. They're a lot of fun. I mean, I'm surprised they're throwing in some of the words that they are, like bullshit and everything, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, it's fun. Just I'm excited. I really hope that we're actually going to be out there. Now, the one thing I thought that was kind of cool is they threw in the shovel, right? And you see it's the
Yes.
ember one, right? And he's like, this shovel is apparently not able to melt or whatever. So let's test it or whatever he says, right? So
Yeah, it's for that element, right?
exactly. So that's really lending, I think, some credence to likely the expedition tools of the trade are what's going to be used for the actual expeditions and exploration. Now, as to what's going to be used for monster fighting, I'm not too sure, but yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's really cool to see that there's actually, it seems like there's going to be actually utility for all the type of different um, aspects of the tools, the elements of the tools, the 5 elements, one for each region, maybe. So that seems like it's gonna be really cool. I need to step up my game and get the ones that I need.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm glad I completed my elements set. Cost a little more than I wanted, but I'm wondering like if the tents, right, are going to be like the mobile shelters will be sort of like a way to save your point in that specific region. So you need somebody in the party, your expedition party, to have one of those tents to be able to save a point or set up a camp, right, that you can come back to. So like you can go and set up a camp in the Aurora Wilds or whatever, right? And then go back and check on your city, and then you can come back right to that same spot. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds kind of cool. That sounds real cool.
Yeah, because I'm
Like I
really
say, your
hoping it's a big
progress.
world we can go and explore, right? Like an actual open world. I mean, it doesn't have to be like pure open world, more like a linear open world where it's like, hey, we still got boundaries, but there's lots of stuff to explore, check out, different caves, different hidden chests, different resource spots. You know, you got to go dig stuff up with a
Yeah,
shovel.
yeah, especially because some of I mean, a lot of these lands, the graphics and the artwork is really really cool. So to be able to actually kind of like get into more detail of the lands, that's really really cool.
Yeah, I think it would be fun. I mean, it would definitely bring more life to the game, right? Being able to use our loaded lion or dark lion cubs, monks, whatever, right? Marys, monsters, all of them, right? Maybe they have like a 3D animated sort of actual body that we can walk around in the lands with. So that would be really cool to see. Maybe that's the future. Maybe that's not coming out right away, but you know, lots of stuff to look forward to, and hopefully it's coming out sooner rather than later. I mean, I would think that they would have it out prior to the mobile release.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna have the exploration sooner rather than later. I think the exploration, it's gonna I think it's really gonna surprise us, and it feels like it's gonna be really entertaining.
Yeah, I wonder if it'll be after the next Blitz, right? So we've got like the Uncharted Blitz, right? So there's the Blazing the Trail Blitz. Like, okay, we're blazing the trail into the Uncharted, right? Now we're into the Uncharted world, right? And we're exploring. So maybe there's going to be some sort of like expedition Blitz or something like that. And then after that Blitz comes out the actual expedition stuff for normal mode.
Mm, yeah, I think so. Uh, yeah, the way they naming the Blitz, it sounds like it's playing into the actual exploration. Um, I don't know. For some reason, I think in September, in this month, we're gonna have some really exciting game and news from Main City. Hopefully, it is the exploration. But I
Yeah,
think they're gonna start moving a little faster than we think, just because their deadlines are coming up. And I think they're actually. It looks like Nix is really working hard at these things in the background.
yeah, I agree. I really hope that we've got, even if it's just at the end of the month, and then that gives us about a month of testing out this type of stuff. Because, like, I'm pretty sure they'll want us to test out exploration and monster fighting and that type of concept prior to going mobile. Just because the last thing you want to do is release your mobile game and then bring out a bunch of buggy, software, right? It's like you want to get this tested, refined, then go mobile.
Yeah, I totally agree. They have to do it before iron everything out.
Exactly. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but it's coming up sooner rather than later. I mean, mobile is supposed to be end of October, or October is what they say. I'm thinking end, but yeah, I'm excited. I mean, these expedition logs are getting me super hyped up, so can't wait to see what the next one holds.
Yeah, for reals, it's pretty good entertaining. They're pretty good entertainment, and it also like I like the graphics that they put out there. Um, so yeah, I think we're doing the podcast every other week. So I think by the time we do the next podcast, we'll have some exciting news. I can feel it in the air. I can
Yeah,
feel it.
whether it's another blitz coming up or hopefully leading into that blitz, they've got some more information. Though I think that the way they usually would schedule it is at nearing the end of the competition, another blitz, they would probably release the information about what's going to be updated At least that's sort of what they've done in the past. So yeah, let's hope for the next Blitz, I guess, in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait.
Right on. So I think other than that, I mean, we've covered pretty much everything we wanted to. I don't think there's anything else that we can really speculate about at this point, unless we want to rehash some more blueprints. But
No, I think we're good on there. Yeah, let's move past the blueprints, and we'll talk about it when we have news about the blueprints.
yes, exactly. When there's not at least there's a solid 1K floor. So if you want to buy some blueprints, you can just go to the market and purchase blueprints galore.
Yes, and now you can even sweep them with that sweeping feature.
Yes, there you go.
I think I bought like 10 the other day.
Yeah, I haven't bothered buying any. I'm just waiting for them to change the market floor. Next thing you know, we'll be down to 200 vouchers, so not even 1,000. And we'll probably be down at that floor. And I'll be like, man, I just spent so much earlier. Oh, well. But
Yes, I remember buying blueprints at 10K. That was wild. That was
yeah.
a seller's market. I should have been selling rather than buying.
Yes, yeah. Well, even like I've bought a few gold blueprints when they were under 20. And I was like, yeah, it's a good deal. Now I look back at it and I was like, man, that was such a waste of money. Oh, well.
Yeah, but it's hard to know the future, right?
Oh, that's it. I had a feeling the bots were back, and they are back in full force.
Yeah.
So,
That's true.
but yeah, I mean, other than that, thank you again, DJ Oracle, for joining me. We're about coming up on an hour 36 minutes here, so I think it's probably a good spot to stop. Next one probably will be leading into another competition, so about 2 weeks from now. Keep it on your guys' radar. I know this one was a little later than we wanted, but life takes precedence, so we had a few things that needed to be taken care of. But we're trying to keep it on a 2-week schedule here, so 2 weeks plus or minus 2 or 3 days here or there. So we'll keep at it, and thank you for joining me. So hopefully everybody, you guys enjoy your weekend, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Yes, thank you again for hosting. Thank you for keeping us in track. Thank you for all the graphics that you do on your side, showing everything for the video. So thank you for keeping it all together. Thank you guys. If you guys are still here, we appreciate you. I know you guys do like the podcast because I get a lot of feedback. So we appreciate all the support, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Awesome. Thank you. And yeah, drop down in the comments below anything you guys want to hear us talk about, or if you're excited for the Cows Gone Mad, or if you're going to test out that Lionel project. But, or even just drop down some information about your guys' Blitz. Anyways, we will catch you in the next one 2 weeks from now, hopefully.
Yes, catch you guys in the next one. Lates.